Hi, everyone. I'm Terry. Welcome back. It's Monday. Yeah, this is part two, also um, being filmed on the same day as part one. I feel like I have so much catching up to do. I am post emergency surgery. So this is the part two to the part one. I mentioned in part one that I thought there's probably going to be so many parts to this because there's so much to say. I did not really anticipate this surgery too far in advance. I think it was last month when I was told that by my doctor that I should get this surgery now than later. So, I was busy running around making preparations and everything. So I'm vlogging about it because I'm hoping to inspire and help others who are going through this or anything similar. Because I myself was so terrified at the last minute of the surgery because it was kind of sort of very involved. So um, here I am on the other side of it. I'm doing fantastic. I'm so grateful. Um, So I want to say this in inspiration and hoping to help others is that it's not the surgery itself to worry about always. It's the recovery actually. The recovery is like more difficult than the surgery, depending on what surgery and for what reasons you're undergoing a procedure, so I had breast implant surgery. It's the reverse of what you might think. I had the implants removed because several years ago I dropped a 20-pound weight on one of them, so it's scarred. And then more recently, my doctor highly suspected that the other one had broken or burst. I had saline implants. So I had a very limited time because I didn't see it coming. I mean, I knew that it would be very necessary in the far future, and I had put it off, um, you know, and I wasn't planning on having it anytime soon, but here I am, and I'm glad that I had it. Um, it turned out really well. Oh, God, I'm so itchy. I'm here in part two to talk about some of the things that I went through with the surgery, actually pre um, and post surgery. So I like to be honest and open about myself. So here's an overshare before the surgery. Um, in anticipation of it, I stocked up on a lot of things from the market, a lot of things that I thought that I would need. And then I also, because I have issues, I have emotional issues. I grew up um, raised by very dysfunctional parents, narcissistic sociopath parents. I did not grow up a the best adjusted person. I grew up with, issues, and so, and here's a very deep and honest share about myself. I briefly touched on this, I believe, back in 2016 when I started my channel. So here it is. I have sexual compulsions. Um, you know, Sex is like constantly on the forefront of my mind. And so I went around doing a lot of that leading up to this because I felt that's something to stock up on. And so I made a string of bad decisions, and those decisions were specifically just, um, you know, uh, douchebag men. And these are things that I have to work on, and I will. Uh, Life is a journey, I'm a spiritual person, and I've learned so much lately that I'm so, so very much grateful for. With that, I've made other necessary. Preparations, of course, for the surgery. I had such a short time. Still scratching myself. I'm trying not to get myself where I have incisions. I have several of them. So my surgeon has me in this bra and so many of these 2x4 pads and a binder. I'm trying not to show too much because from the binder down I am nude. Um, and I'll explain why. So he has me in a foam and binder because he wants me to be kept upright with my posture. He doesn't want me bending at all. So, that makes sense. Um, anyways, so after okay, so leading up to the surgery, the morning of, I was just terrified, but I have to say I had um an excellent surgeon and one of the most wonderful anesthesiologists with his tons of experience. I didn't even know who he was at the time. I mean, I knew him, but I didn't know his distinguished history. I was only told after the surgery by my surgeon when came to make a house call. Um, he was so kind to come make a house call at the aftercare facility instead of having me driven to his office the next morning after the surgery for a post op because I guess he realized I was in no shape, and I wasn't. Oh my God. Okay, okay, okay. Um, with this itching, a side note, I have wonderful people here with me 24/7. Not all of them are here at the same time. It's not necessary, but I have somebody here with me 24 hours a day and the this sweet cutest lady who's here right now. She's so cute. I have her scratch me and when it gets to like, "Oh my god, that's so good. Yes, 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 baby, more." She laughs at me. Oh my god. Yeah, so that's kind of how I pass my days here. And also with my infatuation with some of these series that I've discovered on streaming TV, I have the Samsung frame now. And so I have a lot of streaming on it. And I've been obsessed with, I'm late to the game with Californication. I got right into it. I'm so into it. Before that, I finished Ray Donovan. I finished Animal Kingdom. God, I love those shows. Queen of the South. I started Queen of the South in 2016, but back then only a couple seasons were available. Now I believe they're all available. So um, I'm going to be starting back up with that, but I'm going to finish Californication first. I've discovered how much I love these series. So I've been binge watching and enjoying it all. The first night after the surgery, I was driven to the aftercare facility, which is a hotel in LA. Some of the best nurses you could ever come across. Really skilled, loving what they do because you can tell because they're so good at it. So kind, so sweet, um, just hardworking and wonderful. You are in a suite in such a facility, but you can't enjoy it because you can't get around. You're stuck on a bed. And even though I had full range of motion when it came to walking, a nurse always had to help me in and out of the bed to go to the beautiful restroom there, which you can't enjoy either because you can't take a shower or bathe right after surgery, but to pee. And so, um, you know, the nurses were really cute. I think so. Here's some humorous, funny things that happened to me while I was there. That night of surgery, when I was in the facility, I woke up to one of the nurses. She had slipped into the suite, the room, and I was groggy, but I woke up to her um, saying, "Oh my God, You have the most beautiful glowing skin. Oh my God. And that's how I woke up because she was standing over me saying that. And as you can see, I'm a jar of paste. You can see my ghostly pallor. So that was very nice of her, very kind of her, because I'm sure she's dealt with actual beautiful women in a facility like that, even if they are post surgery. And then there was me, with my Casper looking self. And so that was nice of her. Speaking of which, I'm raw face. I will be raw face for the next several months because, what am I going to wear makeup for when I'm out of surgery? This is going to be a three-part surgery. So it's pretty serious surgery because I held on to the scar tissue for so long. Um, and I put it off for so long, which is, my fault. It's what I had chosen to do. I didn't anticipate undergoing removing my implants for long into the future, but then this happened, so it became an emergency surgery. I'm glad, I came out so well on the other side of it, so it is what it is. I'm implants lighter now, minus them now. Um, and I'm back to my implant free, perky breasts, and I really appreciate it because evidently I didn't appreciate it before, right? Because I went out and got double D implants, which I always regret it. So I'm glad now that I'm here where I am in my life. Um, and just to let you guys know that I had a lot of reactions, and I cannot say at all that I had mixed bag reactions. They were always basically the same reactions by men and women. Oh my God, you're so, oh, those implants, they look great or whatever. And I never thought they looked good on me, honestly. I thought what I had would look good on somebody taller, somebody with a different shape, but not on me. Other people liked it. I didn't like it. So it's like those who have curly hair wanted straight hair, those who have straight hair wanted curly hair. Well, now I'm back to a smaller self, natural self, and a happy self. So there's that. Um, yeah, so another thing that happened in the facility is that I came across. I mean, all of the nurses were so wonderful. I can't say one was better than the other, but I like the next morning of the surgery, I met my favorite nurse, who was this Hispanic lady who was actually a nursing assistant, and she became my favorite. She was just everything about her was something that you could take to her easily. Looking at a text. So there was that. Also, the next morning, I woke up to one other nurse. A lot of the nurses there look like they're in their maybe like in their 20s, except for the nursing assistant, who was my favorite. But yeah, and they're very hardworking. So you can tell that they want to be in the nursing field because they're so good at what they do. So one morning, when the new shift of nurses came in, there was another one. She looked to be maybe in her 20s. It's what she looked like. I didn't ask her because I wasn't going to ask personal questions of them. And I guess, was it humorous or was it more uncomfortable? So when she helped me out of the bed to go pee, and I'm, nude from the binder down here, her comment was, "Oh, you remind me of my sister. You really have a good shape. You guys are so cute." And she went on about it for maybe what I consider an extended period of time. So I actually liked her. She's a really super cool girl. It made me a little bit uncomfortable, but it is what it is. I think these nurses were wonderful. Um, and I'm not changing my mind. I like them all. They take really good care of you. They're on the top of their game, at the top of their game. Um, my mind is more clear now. I haven't had any pain medication for a couple days, but I am frequently in pain and like itching and soreness. It's difficult, but I'm handling it. You know, you just have to be a soldier. Um, I have so many wonderful things that I want to do, so many plans for my life for animals, for my, you know, for my goals and my aspirations. So a lot of my days here at home are spent in a high level of anxiety and even restlessness because I don't have mobility right now, and there's just so many things that I want to do and I'm so happy about, and I can't do them. So these series, these the streaming and the movies are like a sanity saver. You know, the letdown is when I'm binge watching a series and I've finished all of the seasons, and it's like, oh my God, what else am I going to find as good as that? Because I loved Ray Donovan so much. I loved Animal Kingdom so much. Okay, I just have to say, yeah, yeah, I'm with Californication right now. I got into that immediately. On a different note, yesterday we went to the market. I had to do some more shopping for, get ready for this, a plastic raised toilet seat, to really like get down to the nitty gritty. When you pee, it's hard after certain surgeries to sit all the way down because, um, well, it just depends what you have, you know. I just have ordinary toilets and they're low. There's no way I could sit on it. And I discovered that when I was at the aftercare facility in that hotel, they offered to bring a raised one. And then I decided, oh my God, I never knew I needed this and I need it. So I had to buy a couple for home, um, because I've given one of my ladies' rooms to the people who are here with me all the time, who live here with me. So that's theirs. And then I got a couple of those plastic raised seats for my own bathrooms. And then we went to the supermarket for me to buy some more vegetables for salad. I forgot to buy papaya, so we have to go back for that. But I mentioned in part one of my post emergency surgery vlog that I had discovered at the health supermarket organic sweet tarts, organic version of sweet tarts that are even more delicious. And I love sweet tarts. But I also discovered this is so delicious. So post surgery, another thing that happened to me, that I guess happens to some people, is I had this insatiable thirst for like a couple days, and also insatiable sugar cravings. Yes, before surgery, just in my normal everyday days, I ate tons and tons of desserts and chocolates. Sugar was a problem for me. I would detox off of the sugar. I would do detoxes and be good for a few days and then go right back to the chocolate and the sugar. Um, so there was that. But after the surgery, I had this like overwhelming craving for sugar. So, um, I downed a lot of cookies in the facility, and then when I came home, I was still craving sugar. However, I have been doing much better on um, my eating habits. I've been practicing moderation like never before, and I've been eating even more healthy than I normally do. Um, and I've even been curbing my sugar intake. However, when I do, I've been eating like some candies, healthy cookies, like in my practice of veganism. But I'm also eating these because where I shop, everything is animal cruelty free. of course, this is that I've researched and it's so good. So I'm going to admit, yesterday I fell off the wagon. Today I started to fall off the wagon. I was going to have several of these. That's crazy, right? So this will be my first one of the day when I do tear it open. I'm going to be having it. I've been with ice water. That's another good thing, that I came out of the surgery with a fondness for icy, like ice water. Before that, normally I didn't like cold water. I would drink either room temperature or hot boiling water. That's how I would take my water to hydrate myself. But I've been drinking a lot of ice water. I have been drinking some coffee. Of course, I drink coffee every day though, because another side effect of surgery is that you are not regular, and that's all I'm going to say on that. So, it's not an elegant thing to talk about. I don't talk about it. Okay, so, yeah, I have been doing what the surgeon and then my MD wanted me to do, is get up every so often and walk. But I've been walking a lot. I've been out of surgery for about over a week. I've been doing a lot of walking. I do get up and move. I'm vigilant of that, but for the most part, I am immobile. I am either on my bed, um, or I'm on the couch. Here it's very bright, it's beautiful, it's peaceful. I love it, love it, love it. I have full security inside, outside, no blind spots here. Connected to LAPD and then the security company itself. Although I already live in a really good neighborhood, neighbors watch out for each other here all the time, but I prefer to be covered. So, my home is my wonderful cave. I have a lot prepared here, so I'm recovering in a really good place. But there are things that I have to do for myself additionally, like get up and move every so often. They want me to. Um, so yeah, and another thing I invested in, I had to do an overnight delivery, is for the rolling trays like you would have in a hospital. By the way, I like hospitals. I've never had an occasion to be there for any health problems. I've been blessed that I haven't had health problems, but like and I keep my child as personal, so I don't like to publicize that. But when I had my beautiful baby, my perfect baby, my baby was perfect. I was a mess. I was in the hospital. I was kept in the hospital for um, 2 to 3 weeks. Post birth, I needed blood transfusions. I was just a mess. But, most people, they hate hospitals. I actually liked being in a hospital because I felt like in my situation, there were a lot of mommies and daddies there that take care of you. Um, but for this surgery, I'm glad that I'm home, um, because even a wonderful aftercare facility like that had all good points, but a couple of bad points, which I covered in part one, of the first vlog. So I'm glad to be home. You're looking at my pasty white self. My bruises are going away. They've been going away actually pretty quickly. Being that I forgot to take my arnica, I took it a couple days pre-surgery as I was told to, but I forgot after surgery. Um, I was on antibiotics for 5 days. I finished those. I was given pain medication like Demerol and Norco. Yes, I'm always preaching chemical free. But for the pain I was having, and I was so out of it that I can admit I looked forward to my Demerol shots. Of course, I was not allowed to come home with Demerol shots. I came home with Norco, but I've weaned myself off of that already. Um, so let's see here. Okay. So, messy home. Okay. So there's one of these trays that one of these one of these trays on wheels like in the hospital, and this is something that in this situation I feel like you just can't do without. It's so necessary. It's helped me so much. um so I have that. I wish I had gotten two, one for the bedroom, but these people are so good. These ladies, they will pick it up and bring it, roll it into the bedroom. At night when I go to bed. I purchased a an adjustable bed. I felt was absolutely necessary. Like so many people have adjustable beds now, but even after surgery, because he didn't want me laying flat, just for reasons of circulation or whatever, he has me in a foam and binder because he wants me um, upright, more of in a stiff position, not to get stiff, but to be kept in a stiff position to keep my chest upright. Yeah, this is going to be on me for a while, unfortunately, but I'm willing to do whatever, a doctor says to do. I'm also going to post a couple of shorts on when I was in the aftercare facility. Um, they would be a few seconds long only, but I felt it was kind of funny, so I'm gonna post those as well. And I would love for you to subscribe to me if you haven't. um, I would love to read your suggestions, your personal experiences, your journeys, your experiences, your suggestions, questions, comments, all of that. Anything positive, I would love it. Speaking of following and subscribing, I wanted to say, and this is because I like doing giveaways. I've set a goal now for myself at um, 310 subscribers. I'm going to be doing a great giveaway. At 510 subscribers, I will be doing an even better giveaway. But at 1010 subscribers, I'm going to be doing a very big ticket giveaway. So, you know, subscribe. Um, and Yeah, if you have anything you want to say, please post it down in the comments and subscribe. Thank you so much if you were here with me and I was not here all by my lonesome. And thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will be back at you very soon.